What's up? What's up? Nothing but the funk today. Live funk from the front seat. 9 on the Grind TV. Can y'all see me out there? Can you feel me? Can you hear me? Say yeah. Up in New York, we're going to start in the DMV. They sending my guy, Dr. G, home today. I love you, brother. Fly on. We're going to do a moment of silence for Dr. G in a minute. But first, thank you all for tuning in New York. In New Jersey, you heard, we got Donna Seed on the phone. We having weather problems, but we're going to figure out how to make it work. My producer, Mr. Mark Lee, and I are proud to bring you funk from the front seat each and every Saturday on 9 on the Grind TV, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My wardrobe consultant hooked me up today with the Boogie Monks and Flex. My drip is dope. Thank you, C. Stay safe down there, mommy. I'm digging you on you. Yo, so check this out. New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York City. Oh, yeah, how y'all getting down? Brendan, Ohio, I love you. What's up, Bootsy? What's up, Patty? What's up, Linda, out there in Kansas City? KC, man, come on, y'all. What's up with that? Because we all got to get over the hump. Without humps, there'd be no getting over. Ain't that right, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina? My dog, Q, and Mikey P down in Georgia. Oh, Oklahoma, how you doing? Got me head over the hump. Man, shout out to my boy Jeff Robertson up there knocking him out. Kevin, I see you. I feel you. Do you hear me? I'm in the mood today, y'all. I got to get over the hump. Oh, yeah. Spring is coming. Spring is sprung, y'all. Round the world for the funk. Clap your hands like this. Florida, what up, Leroy? What up, Al? New Orleans, what's up, Dumpster? Bump. Joanne out there in Arizona. Chicago, Minneapolis, MPLS. Shout out to my dog, Dave Gonzalez. Happy birthday. Woo! Up in the D, the 313, hanging out with Mark Mallory. California. Oregon. Washington State. I got you. We all got to get over the hump. Without humps, there'd be no getting over. You got to have the yin and the yang. Got to have the sunshine and the rain, y'all. China. My guy Show is watching. I got you, bro. I'm coming to the temple tomorrow. Japan. Tokyo. Annyeonghaseyo. Hawaii. Doing the Humpty Hump. Samoans doing the Humpty Hump, Humpty Hump. Funk from the front seat. Man, shouts out to the Cap B Show, iRock Radio, and my girl Ash Lau. Thanks for putting me on. Germany, Tanny Soul Sister, I miss you. Give me a call, sweetie. Elizabeth in Ireland, I love you, my dear. Thank you, sweetheart. Cocolino in Italy, thank you. DJ Monica in Switzerland, I thank you. Russia, Ukraine, all my brothers and sisters in the motherland, Africa, we got you. Dubai, we got you. The conflict in Israel and the Middle East, I don't know, but we got you. The North and South Pole, all my Puerto Rican brothers and sisters in Colombia. My guy Cairo hit me up. Brazil, I got you. I know you too, bro. Nice talk yesterday. I love that. Nothing but the fun. Get over the hump. Nothing but the funk. I know George would want us to keep it moving. He's hanging out up there with Honeybee now. They got a new Chocolate City Alliance up in the pearly gates. I'm feeling that, yo. We're going to keep it alive for you. Don't you worry. Shout out, Robin Circle P. I've been on the thread a lot lately. Thank you, Cap. Nothing but the funk, y'all. Funk from the front seat. 9 on the Grind TV. And here's what we need y'all to do right now. We're going to sit right here for a minute. Check it out. We're going to take 1 minute of silence, complete silence. So wherever you are, around the world for the funk, whatever you're doing, just know that right now we're sending one of our major funk brothers home. And it's important that we recognize his contribution. So many of our funk brothers and sisters have passed and transitioned on, and they're all our guardian angels, and we love them. Of course, Boogie Munson, that's why I'm rocking his gear right now. Benevolent Funk, you know what I'm saying? This is why we're doing this show today, you know? So as these things happen and people transition, just know that it's a natural occurrence. It's nothing you did or they did, you know? It's just time. You know, when the bus pulls up to you and it's time for you to sit on that bus and ride, swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride. Stay active on the chat line today, yo, because we're going to be chopping it up. We ain't going to let the weather stop us or nose. Ain't nothing going to stop us right here on Funk from the Front Seat, Not on the Grind TV. So what I'm going to do is light this candle for my guy, my dog, George Darden, Dr. G, one of the original founders of the Funketeers Ball, Chocolate City Alliance, grew up with Bootsy Collins. Your going home service is today, and we're going to observe you with a minute of silence. We love you, Dr. G. Fly on, brother. Fly on, man. Yo, it's all good. You know, I think about the first time you and I met, and you know, I'm gonna keep some of those conversations private, but we used to talk on the phone all the time, you know, especially during COVID. And also, you know, Dr. G is one of the original Club Funketeer ambassadors. So it's important that we honor and recognize. Well, let's get on with the show, Mark. Let's see if we can get do we have Donna on the phone? Is that a yes?
Yes, we got Donna on the phone.
Can she hear me and I can hear her?
Donna?
Yeah.
Hi, Donna. How are you?
Hey, what's good? What's going on?
I love you, man. I miss your beautiful face, but you know, you can't stop the funk, man. First thing I'm gonna ask you is, of course, you know, send our love and all the, you know, condolences and everything, because I know you were close with Dr. G as well. We have a photo with you, and you know.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I can barely hear you. I want to say, I want to take a minute out for Mr. George Darden and all the family that traveled there near and far for his services. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to the Funketeer Ball founders.
Sounds like she dropped off a little bit.
What happened? She dropped off?
So I just want to I can barely hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I just want to this morning I saw a post from Jermaine Holmes. Don't y'all sleep on the nap. And he said, it's never the people you expect to support. It's always random people who show up. Take heed and treat them right, because that's your tribe. So what I want to do is I'm going to take a minute and I want to talk to y'all about my tribe, you know, because first and foremost, my tribe is my Heavenly Father, my children. I want to talk a little bit about my co-workers at NJID, because through this whole journey, I worked 70, 80 hours a week, you know, and my co-workers, the bosses and everybody, they stuck beside me. But more than that, I want to talk about the people that worked with me, that worked for us, that donated me, that promoted, that gave me merchandise, monetary, so I could stay afloat. Now I'm going to try to name everybody briefly, but I'm going to do a post later on to talk about everybody. Like Otis Hawk, who just started me out on my journey. Joanne Esau, Gloria Esau, Julia Ridgely, Curtis Wilcox, Tiger Nelson, Max Saralamba, Robert Woods, Mama Sandy, Purpell, David Swartz, Richard Pants, Robert Harper, Garrett Scheider, Michael Hampton, Robert Rich, Robert Get Down Brown, Sky's the Limit Studio, Marquise Funk. And I want to talk a little bit about the 2 CDs. The first one, Keepers of the Funk, the band, Next Exit. I went into that studio. I had never met any of these artists, and they put that album out. I never put a dime out. I will never work with another studio other than Sky's the Limit, because they, again, helped put me on my feet. And this last CD, Keepers of the Funk, Benevolent Funk Foundation. I want you guys to really pay attention to that CD. Pay attention to the artists that are on it. We got Skeets, we got The Witch Doctor, we got Blackbird McKnight, we got Otis Hawk, we got, we got the horn players. It's just unbelievable, the people that are on this CD. And I just want you guys to know that all the merchandise that was donated to me, I knew there was going to come a time when I was going to use it and I was going to benefit from it, because I just retired recently. My children gave me a retirement package. So I'm really putting everything into this store. I lost my son. That was kind of crazy. So we're changing the name of the store to Cag's Corner. But all of that merchandise that through the years that you guys donated to me, I have. And it's getting ready to go on a website. Garrett Scheider just donated me so much stuff. I'm so overwhelmed. Richard Pants, who I talked to yesterday, who's going into surgery. Let's pray for him. I'm just overwhelmed at the love and the support that I've gotten. Zach has been like a brother. He has been in the background. The store is getting a little crowded right now because I'm doing a DJ Saturday, but I also want to shout out to the musicians that came from far to help me, like Count Funkyland, the P-Funk All-Stars, who came from Detroit for $1,000. Let's talk about Joe Keys and the Late Bloomer Band, who brought all of his band here to perform for me for $1,000. Let's talk about the Toast to the Boogie. Oh my God, my family, LaConda, Luciana, the staff, everybody that gave Nate Turley, let's not sleep on him, Kevin Goins. I'm talking about, these are people that have supported me through the years and never asked for anything in return. Let's talk about Gabe Gonzalez, who Detroit, if I call him. So I don't know how much of this you guys heard, but that's my tribe. And I just want to thank you all. I love you all. I want to thank everybody that donated when Boogie died, when Chauncey died, because if it wasn't for Bobby Pettiford and Blanche Valentine McDonald, it would have been a hard journey. So, I have a lot that I need to say. I have a lot that we're getting ready to do. Me and Kenny Green are getting ready to do a big funky event. Mike P, who is, I wanted to do that music project, and I didn't know where to start. So here I am, Miss Genius, wanted to pull all these musicians together and do this fantastic song, and it was like, no, that's not how it goes. So Mac P had been working on an album for a couple of years, and he reached out to these musicians, and they all came together, and gave me the CD under the Benevolent Funk Foundation. And I haven't even looked at the proceeds from that because we're going to use that money. So I'm going to ask you guys, go on, download it. We're going to have the physical copies of it. My son Chauncey is on the backside, but those proceeds are going to go to start giving instruments to children. You know, I mean, it's been a long time coming, and I was kind of slow getting there, but you know, those are the things that I'm working on. I love you all. I hope to get your continued support. And I'm going to put out a post later that's going to go in depth a little more with more people because I know I didn't get everybody, but I did my best. I love you all.
We got you, Donna. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Yeah, we heard everything you said so eloquently. We're hanging out today with Donna Sneed, Funk from the Front Seat. And you heard all the beautiful things that she's got popping that's coming up. We're going to actually play Keepers of the Funk, as we always do. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see check out Maggie M's Funky Corner Store, www.facebook.com/Maggie-M's-Funky-Corner-Store. It's all right there at the bottom. It'll be scrolling. I'll be posting it as well as information about the CD and any upcoming events that Donna Sneed and these amazing P-Funkadelic mothership.
All right, guys, I got to go. I'm signing out. I love you all. Stay tuned. I got a lot of stuff that's getting ready to happen with the support of all of you. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. I love you. I'm out.
Okay. See you later. That was Donna Sneed hanging out with us via telephone because sometimes we get organic. Right now, we're going to run a little Keepers of the Funk. Mr. Mark Lee, you the main man back there, making it all work, keeping it going. Shout out to everybody who's watching this show. We appreciate you guys a lot, man. We'll be right back with some more pertinent funk.
Well, look here. Everybody raise your glass. So raise your glass. Four toast to the boogie. Now you're both your kids. Now you're here. If you're in the game, then you're both your kids. So raise your glass. So raise your glass. Four toast to the boogie. Now listen what I'm about to tell y'all. This song is about the funk bar. Keepers of the funk were a great squad. They were standing on the verge of always getting it on. I just want to testify that the funk was on the rise. We have come to take you. Now the funk is on the move. We will place them.
Yeah, Keepers of the Funk, Benevolent Funk Foundation for Boogie Munson. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all rock this hat right here. See, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. All right. Hold on, so y'all can see right here. Oops, sorry. Over here. Right. That represents one of the driving forces on the bottom end of the mothership, the pistons, the diesel engines, Billy Bass, Boogie, and, Bootsy and Skeet, and, Lodge, and everybody else that actually did it. And a lot of bass players came through, but these were the core guys. And, they laid and held those pistons and those diesels and still do. Even though, we got guardian angels now. Some of us down here are still keeping your funk alive. So fret not, we're going to keep it going. And again, we kind of had a mixed blessing today because we're sending one of our funk fathers home, and we talk about another funk father that's already there. So Dr. G, when you get up there, just let Boogie know we're holding it down for him, all right? I'm sure he would be happy that we're, keepers of the funk. That's what we do. So check this out. It's a lot going on. Funk from the Front Seat, 9 on the Grind TV. Obviously, Donna's not going to be here. Weather-related issues. I feel bad. I didn't know it was that bad up there. Reception and everything else and the snowstorms. I haven't been keeping track. I've been engulfed pretty much in everything that I'm doing down here. Trying to get ready for this upcoming season and working hard to get some things done. From the Front Seat, we're trying to get our T-shirts done and a hat so we can start sending stuff out to guests and special people that we dig a lot and support the show. So right now, of course, I have a list of people that I'm always talking about, and I have to mention them for sure. And then we're going to run a couple of thank yous that we have. JTRP, P-Funk Radio, Gabe Gonzalez. I love you guys. Thank you so much, man. You guys are dope. Larry Funkster Jones, Club Funketeer President. Of course, Bootsy and Patty Collins. Love you guys, man. Thank you for the Vice President status, and I'm going to try to hold it in the highest esteem and honor I can. HJ Entertainment, Kane and Jams, love you guys. Tony Cam and the Funk All Stars, and the Funk Kids of Funk, which is coming along nicely. The things that we're doing over there in Virginia, those foundations are great. The Nappy Head Funk Army, of course, my OGs, been honored to have their photos and their memory and their energy graced into the Funk Hall of Fame, Funk Chronicles and Exhibition Center in Dayton, Ohio. So my guy up there, David Webb and his funk family, thank you for accepting us. And we're going to go and take care of that this spring and summer and go up there. And I'll be honored to hang our picture right next to the greats and the likes of some of the greats and fly on the wall in the Hall of Funk. Finally achieved that. So that's something I'm personally proud of, and shout out to my guys. And then my new G's down here, my 2.0, let's keep it moving and let's keep that funk alive. Oak City Music Collective, my peeps that I work with down here, my family, Diego, I love you. Thank you for doing our booking and taking care of some of the things that we need to get done. Afterglow 92416, Q&A Entertainment, Brooke Clagett, my funk angel, I love you. Patricia Dioria, Aquarius Rising Art and Graphics, Curtis Wilcox and George DeFunco Vinci. You see a lot of their work back there. You see it in our backgrounds. Dr. Brookenstein, thank you for holding it down and all the pictures and all the technical stuff that you do for us. Appreciate you, man. And let's continue this journey together. DJ Cocolino and Elizabeth and Robin Circle P and, DJ Monica and all the people that constantly play Nappy and Funk Army music. We want to thank you very, very much. We appreciate you. It's dope. And shout out to, D&D over here, that we rehearse at. Love you, Marlo. Thank you for the spot, man, over here in Durham. We're going to have him on at some point, and we're going to be talking about his place. So basically what we understand is that life is a circle. It's a circle of things that we have to go through. We have ups, we have downs. We have the good, we have the bad. We have the yin and the yang. And our journey through it is to learn. I learn lessons every single day. And those lessons are very, very important. So everybody that's tuning in is watching. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. And hopefully, you can get something out of this show because that's what it's for. Hold on 1 second. Yep, here we go. Okay, I don't know where my producer Mark is, but it's cool because I got it covered. And we're just going to show a few things, a few shout outs that we think are important.
Wiggle worm here, baby. Yeah, and I'd just like to say congratulations to my man, Zach. Yeah, Club Funketeer number 9, keeping that funk on the shine for his second year anniversary of his show, Funk from the Front Seat. It don't get no better unless you jump in the back seat and then jump back in the front seat. On the one. Yeah, keep that funk alive.
This is Joe Keys of Joe Keys and the Late Bloomer Band. Just did a show with my man Zach. Number 9. That's right. Number 9's got it going on. Check out Funk from the Front Seat. Zach Robinson. Serious good vibrations, y'all. What we need. Peace.
Hey, it's Chrissy Key Rollins here with Holistic Restoration, inviting you to check out Zach Robinson with Funk in the Front Seat. He drops new episodes every Saturday at noon on the East Coast time, and replays are posted for whenever you miss a live stream. You can find him on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube, and get ready for the funk because he brings it every week along with hot topics, amazing guests, and great conversations. Again, that's Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Go check them out.
Hey, this is Jen Vanderputten, writer of Code and Prose. You are watching Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Roberson. Tune in every Saturday at noon for excellent and important conversation.
Hey fam, what's goody good? What's really good? My name is Jeff Roberson from the gospel group called Jeff Roberson and New Life. And I'm coming to you from the town that we had to name it twice. It's so nice. New York, New York. And I'm bringing you some news about my brother from another mother, Brother Zach, who's bringing you his hot new show called Funk from the Front Seat. Listen, he's bringing you funk from the vault, from the past, from the present, and into the future. He's got that music that makes the hair on the back of your neck rise up. He's bringing you funk all the way down to your toes. This is that funk that makes you really want to groove. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial as he brings you funk from the front seat. Listen, let's go.
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guests, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Check him out.
This is my guy, Keith Jackson. Shout out to everybody, and please send us some in so we can run them. If you guys support us, whatever, and we'll try to get back to you with a hat or t-shirt when we get our budget, which we're working on. Basically, there's a lot of things going on in this country right now. There's a lot of weird energy out there, so mind your wants, because someone wants your mind. All right, GC, Funkadelic, P-Funk. Mind your wants, because someone wants your mind. Let's look at how we are constantly being forced to be manipulated. And some of us fight through it. Some of us get through it, and we help others get out of it. But for the most part, a lot of times when we look around what we get ready to go through and what's getting ready to happen, and y'all know what I'm talking about with this upcoming election, we're going to have to really be strong and bear down. And remember, your single action is for you, but don't let it slow you down, stop you from, achieving your goals. Don't let it stop you from doing it that you need to do, because like it or not, we've all only had two choices ever since this thing was put together. And we've all managed to survive up to this point through those two choices that we've had. Most of the time, it doesn't benefit everybody, and we're hip to that. But the main thing that we can do is just keep it going, man, and try to make sure that we do the best that we can. I'm going to do the best that I can through shows like this, and I'm going to try my best to, support other people and, other venues and other musicians and artists, and be they spoken word or whether they're graphics or drawing or anything like that. We're going to actually try to keep all that stuff going, because that's what we do. We are keepers of the funk, and we will keep the funk alive. Stay tuned for everybody dropping new music out. Nappy at Funk Army will be dropping some music out too. So stay tuned for that. Mr. Mark Lee, are you back there? I wanted to ask you a question, sir. You're working so hard. And by the way, I'm in the middle of my 2-day fast. So if I move a little slow, I'm actually, just cleansing my palate and my body, which I always do like once, twice, 3 times a month. I used to do it every week, so I'm back on that regimen. Mr. Mark Lee is taking a sabbatical back there. So don't you worry, because I got us covered right here. Funk from the Front Seat, Not Underground TV. So let's see what's going on in the world. We know that we're involved in some type of conflict. America always wants to be in some type of conflict. And real quick, a shout out to 2 young gentlemen I met the other day, 2 young rappers. I got their number in my phone, so I'm going to try to get them on the show because we're going to talk about some serious things. And my guy, Show, I met you last night, man. Don't worry, I'll be at the Buddhist Temple tomorrow. And we're going to, retune my whole body, which is great because I haven't been in a while. But anyway, as we look and see what's going on and we're trying to elevate our spirit, this is just the earth suit. It's just rented. We only dwell in this suit for a short period of time. In considering the amount of space and time that we actually have to travel through, this is just a drop in the bucket. We all decided, hey, let's pop into planet Earth and see what this planet is about. And as my good friend Chrissy Key Rollins would say, this is the planet where chaos happens. All right. Perfect example. America eats its young. Okay. Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Somebody brings their child there to watch maybe one of their sports heroes or somebody they admire, or maybe it'll inspire them to even play football one day. Bang, get shot. Now, I'm not saying take guns away. I never said that, although I don't personally own one, but I'm not saying that's the issue, but it's part of it. How do these people continue to not see that we are spiritually disconnected from ourselves, which is the reason why we want to continue to hurt ourselves? And that's the issue. It's a large issue, more so than just the violence. This is a country that spends $80 billion to go to war. And then we expect people in this country to walk around and not be war-minded when everybody has a gun. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Police have guns. The brother I was talking to from Japan, he was like, guns? We don't have guns. He said everybody got respect for what they do, maybe once or twice a year. In Australia, my friend Carmen over there, love you, Carmen. It's like they don't have guns. Maybe once or twice a year something will happen. So in this country, we're a gun country. We feel that it's our God-given right to do anything, including go to other places and mess with them and mess up their economy only so we can take it and then do what we want to do with it. Now, I'm not saying the government is always wrong when it comes to some things. I don't know. I'm not there. But I do know it doesn't benefit anybody, especially the people that's here. When you got people sleeping under the bridge, sleeping under tarps, sleeping in tents, all along the highway, all around the country, right? So are we just throwing people away now? Like they're just trash. Okay, you got a problem? We're going to just throw you away. That makes me very, very sad because I know how that feels. I'm actually speaking at the Empowerment Community Center tomorrow, Monday, about this very subject and how to tackle some of the homelessness issues we have here in Durham, because that's very, very important to me and it's close to me. And, they asked me to come and speak, and I told them I would. So it's cool. And I'm just going to speak from the heart like I always do. Y'all know me. No punches. I keep it real. I keep it moving, and I just don't mind sharing some of my stories because some are good, some are bad. But now, you overcome this stuff. So now you're able to go and help others. That's why I want to continue to do the show, Funk from the Front Seat, and remember, funk, not fight. It's the national thing that we're doing with Bootsy and Patty. So thank you, Bootsy and Patty. You guys continuously raise the bar and push it high and give us things to reach for. And we love you for that. George and Carlin, we love you for that. All the things that you're doing out there for the funk world. And a big shout out to my funk sister, Dawn Silva. I know your book is doing really, really well. As soon as I can get the chips, I'll definitely purchase one. It's a great read, I heard, and I'm proud of you. And you continue to do your thing. Linda Shida, continue to push for your thing, and as well you, Donna, as well as the things that you need to push for. I just support everybody that's just trying to do right out there. And that's what love is about. Unconditional love. That's all this is. The show is about peace, love, and harmony. That's our mantra. Musical, spiritual journey of peace, love, and harmony. And that's what we're all about. Also, too, let's give a shout out to all of the healthcare professionals. I meet quite a few down here in North Carolina. I live by Duke. And healthcare professionals, they were at the forefront when COVID was here, and everybody was like praising them and giving them shouts and showing them love and everything else, right? And then it's almost like, okay, COVID is over, and we forgot healthcare professionals, firemen, policemen, military, service industry, people that, take care of you when you go out to eat, your waiters, your waitresses, your cooks, your chefs. We're all just regular people. And don't forget your musicians and your artists. We're all just regular people trying to vibrate down here on this planet. And it seems to me that the main issue is we agree, but we can't agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd rather hold our own opinion rather than listen to someone else's opinion. And like I was having a meeting the other day, and I was saying with different data comes different information, forms a different opinion. If I look outside and it's sunny outside, and then when I get dressed and I go out and it's raining, the data has changed. The rain has come. So then I have to go back in and adjust to it. So with different data comes different opinions. I'm going to see what Mark is talking about. You got that crazy guy, Mark Robinson, who wants to arrest the chance, but he might be our next governor. Yo, Mark, you got to jump on, bro. Jump on, man.
Yeah, I'll jump on there for a second.
Wait. So start with the COVID comment first.
No, the COVID comment, I was just saying that, a lot of people are saying that we're out of COVID. And yes, COVID, the pandemic is officially over, but there are people that are still getting COVID. I know some people, including some in my family, that have been diagnosed but are doing well in the recovery. And of course, I think they're saying that the isolation period has shortened and everything, but it is still out there. It is still taking some of the lives. And of course, it's flu season, which means that it can be doubling up on people as well. So I'm just asking people to stay well and stay cautious and do all that they've got to do, whether that's the natural route, because not everybody wants to do the route that the government told them to do, but wherever it works for you to be prepared and to actually, know that those illnesses are still out there. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. I got a stat that I want to throw at you before we get into Mark Robinson. I don't even know who that is, so you have to tell me. But this is an astounding number. According to statistics, 460,000 kids go missing in the United States every year. I just pulled that up. It's the most recent stat to date. As of today, February 17th, 2024, 406. That's almost 500,000 kids.
And I had
let that sink in. 500,000, bro.
No, I can let that sink in because I had as a guest on one of the shows that I do, a gentleman from California, and he was talking about the staggering amount of kids that are out there homeless. And it is a very staggering amount. I forgot the exact number he gave me, but it was a number of folks that are either young kids that are there in the family situation, but he was really talking about more of those that are what we consider like young adults, like between 18 and 25. And a lot of them are in that homeless space just now, starting off their life and all along those lines. So there are some very staggering statistics out there, both about the amount of kids that are facing things that are young, including homelessness. So definitely there's some very staggering statistics out there that will startle people and all along those lines. But a lot of times they don't even act on it, even though they see it, because this gentleman was out of California, and I've known some people out of New York and out of course, North Carolina. But we see the kids, sometimes you might even see kids on the bus that are riding back and forth, going to the mall, going here and going there. And some of them might not even have their own house to go to as well, because we do know that even here in Durham, there are village communities and people that are living out on the streets, and some of those are young people. So yeah, it's very staggering.
Yeah, I told you I'm going Monday to the Empowerment Community Fund down in Durham, down around the corner, and I'm going to be speaking as one of the panelists about what we can do to try to make people feel safe and comfortable while they're going through stuff. And Dolores Cannon, for those of you that don't know, look up Dolores Cannon. She transitioned out here in 2016, but she's very, very spiritual, philosophical, intellectual, high-end, empathic spirit. And I watch a lot of her videos on YouTube. And she was saying in 2024, it's going to appear to have a lot more mental illness, but it's just people not being able to adjust to the energy that's out there. So when you're out and about, and I know, you're at several different locations every day,
Right.
how do you feel the energy of people that's going on, knowing that we got this elephant in the room that's coming?
I mean, we got a lot of people that are concerned about what might happen with the politics, particularly if the former president becomes the next president. But I do find that there are a lot of people that are having a very positive energy, because there are a lot of people that are feeling that we might be going through some difficult times, but that we are getting ready to enter, as I've heard you say and others say, an age of enlightenment. So that means that while we might be going through some difficult times, there's about to be a transition to some more positive things in that way. But I mean, a lot of people are concerned, including our current mayor, and I got to see if I can get him back on the show and everything along those lines. But Leonardo Williams was talking about the recent incidences of crime, because there have definitely been some violence even here in our community, and he's talking about the ways that he can get that under control and all in that spaces. But then we also see people that are doing great acts of bravery, because I don't know if you heard about it, but there was a bus here in Durham that actually literally caught on fire, but the bus driver was smart enough to get those 25 kids to safety and everything. And I don't know that they think it was an attack of any sort, but for some reason that bus was going to be engulfed, but they managed to get everybody off of that bus safely. So that was a person that was thinking smart and on his feet. Not everybody does.
So he was a hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. See, this is the thing we all gonna have to do. They got a lot of fantasies, movies and this and that about superheroes. But truth be told, we're all gonna have to be each other's heroes and help each other out down here. I can see that being the main thing, because let's face it, there is so much turmoil and so many places that are vulnerable, like schools and theaters and malls and things like that. It freaks me out sometimes that we don't take the time to understand that.
And sometimes
there's a lot of mental illness, bro.
A lot of mental illness, and sometimes you just got to take the moment to realize what's going on and make quick decisions and everything. I mean, I could have been cold-hearted, but I didn't think that the guy was trying to be harmful or all along those lines. But even here at this center, just earlier today, there was a Spanish guy who couldn't speak English at all, and he just wanted a chance to use the restroom. So he tried to ask me whether he could use it, and at first I did not understand what he was asking, but he actually had a translation program. So he actually showed me the phone, and that's what he was asking for. So I let him go on through, even though we've got kids in here in the area, but kept my eyes open in case it was something that was not of good favor and everything. But he did what he said he was going to do. He just went in there, used the restroom, and got the heck on out of Dodge. But sometimes you just got to give people the benefit of the doubt, which is what I did in that situation. And also, like I said, I don't understand that much Spanish. I need to do better in learning some of these foreign languages, but I thought it was very smart of him to carry around a translation program. So literally he showed me the translation. He's like,
so I'm gonna let you get into your comment about the thing that you dropped, and then I'm gonna ask you about the border situation.
Yeah. Well, what I said was that Mark Robinson, who is a gentleman that is running for governor, a brother that is running for governor, and he said some very interesting things. It's very controversial things about both the gay and the trans population. But he has recently said that if there is a person that is trans that is going to use the women's bathroom, that if he's elected governor, they will be arrested. And he also said something about that if they have to use the bathroom, they can go outside and use the bathroom outside. So he was actually saying, go use an outside facility or go use an outhouse, if you know those terms from the country and everything. But he's had some very stringent views about the LGBT community. And like I said, in my mind, if he's elected governor, it could be some very scary times and all in that space, not just for those in that community, but for other communities as well. And I'm not knocking, because I know you've got family members in your family that are part of the Christian community, and I'm not knocking that, and I'm not even knocking evangelists and everything. But sometimes you got to be careful what comes out of your mouth and all along those lines, because sometimes you got to be addressing, as you like to say, all of the people, and not just the people that are in your own camp and everything, but addressing you that you might not even like or agree with and everything. But I'm not trying to determine what people do in their bedrooms. That's on them and everything. And if they need to have either a third restroom, because I know that in some places there's a unisex bathroom, or they're going to let them into the different either men or women's, depending on what's going on and everything. I think that that's up to the establishments and all along those lines. I don't think it needs to be dictated from the government on high. And I definitely don't think that it needs to be something that we're talking about putting people in prison for and all along those lines. But he's just definitely out there with some of his remarks, and he's had some other out there remarks as well. But he's definitely I know Trump is showing his support behind him. I think he's showing his support behind a couple of other people that are, in my mind, a little bit on the out there kind of attitudes and everything. So that's why I'm concerned that if they get elected, it could be some serious turnaround of some of the things that we've seen won over the last 50 or 60 years. And that's a very scary thought, but I'm hoping that there'll be enough smart people that can actually get out there and realize.
So let me ask you something. Since people have been living their lives like they need to live them since we first popped through this dimension, and in every part of the world, you have people that are experiencing their life journey and energy differently. Mm-hmm. Why do we have to hate things that we don't understand? Why do you think that is? Is that our Neanderthalish DNA thing kicking in? Like, oh, fire, oh, scared. You know what? Why do we hate people? Because they choose to do things differently than us.
You choose to do things differently,
which is their God-given right, by the way.
That's totally their God-given right. They choose to do things differently. And if you look, and I've watched a couple of documentaries about it and everything, we act as if this is some newfound thing, but people have been living alternative lifestyles for decades and even centuries and millenniums and everything. I want to say that if you go and carefully read the Bible, there are people that were living alternative kinds of lifestyles even within that book. Now,
and you know, let me just say this real quick. I hear what you're saying, but I personally wouldn't even say alternative lifestyles, because they may view us as alternative. So I would just say they're living their lives.
They're living their lives, living their choice, living what they choose to do, and everything along those lines.
I stopped myself from saying alternative a while ago, because I was like,
I got you. Like I said, sometimes they use the terminology, and sometimes they use it as a
that's the slogan for sure. I get it.
Yeah, and like I said, different people can do it different ways, and it becomes a slogan, like you said, to some degree as well. But I mean, as long as there are certain things, and even that, I guess people can push back on us on. But in my mind, as long as you are not harming either the weakest of us, meaning the children or the animals, I think that pretty much everything is game. If you want to dress up as an animal, that might be one thing. But if you're taking advantage of an animal, that is another. And that's another thing that I don't know I can get with, and definitely with the children as well. But outside of that, I think that if you want to dress up as a rabbit, go for it. Because there's that old culture of people that used to be called the furries. They were even in an episode of one of the TV dramas and everything. So they want to dress up as rabbits and act as rabbits. That's on them.
Yeah. So let me ask you, and we're hanging out today, Funk from the Front Seat. Our guest today was Donna Sneed, Benevolent Funk Foundation, of course, working with that great CD for the Boogie Monster Foundation, which I'm wearing right here. I always get it mixed up because I'm doing the reverse on TV. I'm rocking the gear. Thank you so much, Donna. They were having technical issues with the snow, but you know, Sir knows he can't stop the funk, because we just make it do what it make it do, what it's gonna do. And that's what we do.
Technically speaking, Zach, we're having some of those issues as well. I was actually joking. because one of the ladies that teaches musical theater here, I think, is originally from your neck of the woods in terms of New York. And I was teasing her because I was like, because we had some very warm weather not that long ago, like about 60s or something. And today it's a little bit on the chilly side. So I was teasing her about how it had gotten chilly. And as she is a New Yorker, she was like, prayers are answered sometimes. So I'm thinking that she's actually enjoying the cold weather because this is reminding her of her home state and her home area and everything. And I'm thinking you might even be feeling that way as well. And while I went to school in Milwaukee, which is definitely very cold, that was like back in the 80s. So we're talking 40 years ago. So sometimes my skin doesn't always like the cold wind and everything. But definitely it's going to be cold. We're still in the middle of winter, despite what the groundhog said, because apparently the groundhog predicted it.
Oh yeah, what was the story with that? I forgot. You told me what happened.
The groundhog said we'll have an early spring. So the groundhog did. I believe that's when you do see your shadow. But yeah, and there's several groundhogs, but the most famous groundhog has said it'll be an early spring.
Wow, I got some numbers for you, bro, about the border. But go ahead, man. Let me hear your. Well, first let me give you the numbers. 60,000 were admitted into the United States. This is a significant increase from the fiscal year of 2022, because I was 23, when 25,000. So it more than doubled. Okay.
Wow.
Now I'm all for, hey, come in this country, do what you got to do. Let's make it work together. I love all types of people. I just want to hear your opinion about how, if you look at, they're not showing the videos of kids in 6x6 beds trapped in these like makeshift kind of, not camps, but camps, but they can't go nowhere, right? They're being separated from their parents. I know this is a tough one because on one hand, I got to have empathy, and I should have empathy, and we all should, for anybody that wants to flee tyranny. On the other hand, this country is like a balloon getting filled with water, and there's only so much water that it can hold. So I just want to know, if you were the top dog, the big chief, commander-in-chief, El Presidente, Mr. Mark Superman Lee, what would you do about our border crisis?
Well, I mean, part of it is we got to work more in touch with the countries where the people are coming from. Because part of the reason they're coming is because they are escaping situations there. So I personally think that we need to do a better job of working with the places, whether that's Venezuela, whether that's Mexico, whether that's Peru, whether that's a number of other places. And I know that we all have friends that are from those places. I definitely know people, as do you, from Peru. I definitely know some people from Venezuela and even some people from Brazil. But we've got to work with those countries in order to have a better relationship with them so that we can actually help it make it more appealing for them to stay in the country that they are coming from. Because a lot of times they're escaping situations that are not that great. And ironically, there's a show that I do on Sundays with some women that are associated with Colombia, the country of Colombia. And they oftentimes say that they are nicer and better people there in terms of the way that they treat each other. So we also maybe can learn some of the things from those cultures and not always bring this negative attitude that sometimes we have here in the West and all along those lines. So I think that we can learn from each other. I'm a big fan of learning from each other, but also developing a better country and all in that way. So we can definitely make it a much better thing to do in that sense. So we can learn from them and also help them become a stronger nation and everything. But I hear what you said, because the other thing we can do is if we see people that are perishing, then we need to do what we can to rescue them. Because I've heard reports from several sources that some of those babies that were trying to come across were literally drowning. And there were border guards there that could have done something about it and didn't do anything. They just let them drown. And that, to me, is a travesty.
Yeah, it's bad, man. And like you said, maybe working with other countries that actually want to come here, we can figure something out. But of course, we don't want criminals, thieves and, rapists, murderers. Of course, we don't want that. And of course, we have to screen people because we got enough problems here. It seems to me that 1% that we got to constantly deal with, the Illuminati, the cabal, they run all the stuff, sports, movies, TV, programming, television, that they run everything. Right? It seems to me that they're not trying to do anything because they literally want to turn this country into the Hunger Games, like the movie. Everything in the movies we see, they put it out there. That's what the future is going to be like. RoboCop, all this other stuff, right? Every police that I see now, they have to be armed like they're in the military.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you see them walking, and I asked the cop once, he said, "Yo, man, it's rough out here. You gotta have all this stuff." And I get it. I get it. Every policeman that's out there doing the right thing, please. But we know as black people, it's gonna be open season on us soon. So please don't hurt us. We ain't really doing nothing. We just doing what we normally do. So when this election thing starts, and y'all want to start targeting brown skin people, think about it first. I'm begging you, please don't. Just let things take their natural course. And I'm hoping that anybody that watches video, Funk from the Front Seat, Night on the Grind TV, every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm hoping that we can actually make some traction and get some comments and people to come back and talk to us about this, because it's a very important subject, as is join the Club Funketeers today, www.clubfunketeers.com. I am the vice president. Larry Funkster Jones, the president. Patty and Boosie Collins always keep it popping, keep things moving. They keep it lively for us. That's why we love people.
No, hold on a second, Zach. So I got to back up here. So
Yo.
if I'm hearing you correctly, I just want to make sure that I'm understanding, so everybody that is watching understands this, because it is a very important position. So with the Club Funketeers, you are playing the role of Kamala to Larry Funkster Jones, Joe Biden. Is that correct?
That's
so
pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I'm Kamala Harris. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
that would be me. That's why you see me out and about all the time, trying to just promote and be at different funk events and all the things that a vice president does. Larry Funkster Jones has all the headaches. I get all the accolades and parties, as it should be. So it's a beautiful thing. I ain't mad at it, I ain't mad at it at all, man.
I'm not mad. You do a great job. You do a great job of promoting the funk music. You definitely do a great job. That's why that I think that they made you this great honor in terms of what the Patsy and Bootsy do and everything. But yeah, I'm waiting for you to be president next year and all along those lines. So we're gonna have you make a
no. I don't want to be president. No. I don't want to be president. I want to stay vice president.
You want to stay vice president? He's like, I'm comfortable in my role. He's like Kamala. He's like, Kamala doesn't want to be president either. So he's like, I'm comfortable. I'm good where I'm at.
One thing I have learned: to stay in my lane, bro.
I know that's right.
I've always learned that. I don't have, it's in my song, United We Stand. You don't have to be the best, just gotta outlast the rest. So I stay in my lane, man. I just do what's called to me. I'm honored. And see, this thing that we do with Tony Cam and the Kids of Funk, that is some amazing stuff. And shout out, kudos to my dog, man, because those are things that I'm really, really interested in going forward. You can do music, and music will always be there, and I'll always do it. But those things I'm interested in, because I actually am working with kids, and I love children. I have 2 daughters, and obviously my son is grown in Georgia, but I love them all. And it's like,
Exactly. Hold on a second. You got more than 2 children, because as I understand it, in talking to Tony and some other people, even though I'm not talking to Tony recently, you've got a whole bunch. And as you know, I love being a mentor, even to some of the people that come through here at HeyTide. So I'm thinking that you've probably got however many kids are in that camp. And I think that y'all just did a recent performance, and I'm sure that our audience would love to hear about that and everything. So, or maybe it's coming up, but definitely I'm thinking that however many kids are there, and in the pictures I've seen, it looks like it's at least 10, maybe it's more than that, but it sounds like you've got a whole group of kids that are your kids that are not your natural kids, but they are your funk kids that are there as part of that camp and all along those lines. I'd love to, I'm sure that our folks want to hear you talk about your other kids, those funk kids.
Well, you know what? That's a great flip, and I appreciate that. And of course, because they're all our family, like Tony and Jackie Cam and their foundation, what they're doing in conjunction with, the Arts Council of Arts in Lynchburg, Virginia. And I know I'm not saying that correctly, but it's a whole thing that's popping. And Tony and I, whatever he needs me to do, I do my best to try to make it pop, because what it is, we started last summer. And last summer, he had this dream, this vision. He wanted to do a funk school. Now, I taught at the School of Rock, and one of the reasons why I left is because I didn't agree with the curriculum that they were teaching. Not that we weren't teaching good stuff. We were just omitting Black artists and Latin artists, and I didn't like that. So it wasn't for me. And I stayed there I had the most students. I stayed there for 2.5 years. I was great at it. But God just moved me there for a minute, helped set it up, and that was the one right in Chapel Hill. And then I moved out. So anyway, the Funk School was something that Tony and Jackie started last summer. And what we did 2 of them. We did one where the kids come in. Basically, it's a camp, a one-day funk camp. And it's sponsored, like I said, by the Arts Council, and all these great people that live in Lynchburg, Virginia. Thank you all. Appreciate you. And what it is we taught them from pillar to post how to unload, how to set up on stage, how to sound check, how to tune. And we tried to do it in order as if they were going to perform. And then we broke up into individual groups, and we basically worked with guitarists over here, keyboard players there, vocalists here, drummers there, bass players here. And we put it all together where it was basically a school for the day. We learned about 5 or 6 songs, taught them the songs, rehearsed the songs with them, took a lunch break, right? Again, all sponsored by Tony and Jackie and the foundations they work with. And then came back in the afternoon and we rehearsed a few songs, put together a show. And that night, their parents came back into the theater, their family and friends and their parents, brothers and sisters, and we performed the songs with them. And that was the camp. One day we did that, right? And then we did it again. We did a live performance a couple of months later in the middle of the summer last year. So this year, we took it another level further, and Tony and Jackie, and again, the foundations over there in Lynchburg, Virginia, actually brought them in a recording studio, which is those pictures you just seen. And that's what we did last week. I was up there, and we basically recorded One Nation Under a Groove. Shout out to Linda Scheider and Gary Scheider and, P-Funk and Funkadelic and George Clinton. Because I know Gary Scheider and Linda had a lot to do with One Nation Under a Groove. So we recorded that song, and we showed them how to record, showed them the studio is different from live. I was working with the drummers and teaching them about, hey, I play with a click. Make sure you stay on point and don't override. The drummer's job in the studio is pocket, unless you're playing fusion or jazz or something else. So we had a really good time. It came out great. And there's 3 more recording sessions. They're doing one actually right now, right, which I couldn't get to. They're going to do one next Saturday as well. And then at the end, we're going to put the product out. You'll hear the kids performing this great song that they did, and we're going to promote it. And, we're keeping the funk alive that way. So that's pretty much what we did, bro. That's how it works. And believe it or not, I'm trying to get this done down here in North Carolina. I need sponsorship and I need help, right? I need sponsorship and I need help because here we need a funk school. We need one. We got to have one. It's mandatory. George Clinton was born in Kannapolis. Maceo was born here. Ken Knox runs the museum down here. Chairman of the board is down here. Stephanie Mills was born here. Coltrane was born here. The Marcellus boys are always down here doing something. Aaron Mills from Cameo, one of the funkiest cats ever that played bass. And, Cameo got him from Central, I believe, or either Winston-Salem, one or the other. So the funk was always here. In North Carolina, I'm very disappointed that you guys do not come like you should and turn out and support a Nappy Head Funk Army show when we're downtown in Raleigh. So I'm calling you all out this year. I love all you guys. I support everything you do. But please come and support what we do. And I guarantee you, we'll give you a show that you'll remember for a lifetime. But that's pretty much it, Mark. That's what we're doing.
No, y'all are doing a great job. As you can hear, I've got some kids in the background that are buzzing around, getting picked up by their parents and everything because they've got a youth intensive that is every Saturday and all along those lines. So they're getting picked up and heading back to their home and all in that space. You did forget one that is a classic person, that being Nina Simone and all along those lines.
Oh, yeah, Nina. I forgot her. Yeah, Nina.
Yeah, she's a North Carolina native as well and everything. So definitely that is one that you forgot. But there are others. Roberta Flack is from here as well. So she's another mountain person that is from the mountains of this area. And there are a couple of others as well. And of course, many people know because of the American Idol fame of Fantasia. So there are a number of people that got that North Carolina connection, and that's been going on and it's still going on. And of course, you added to it, even though you're a transplant, being one of those New York folks.
Tell me about your Road to the Apollo thing. Did that happen? Is that still happening?
Oh, that's still happening. The last one we did was actually in Reedsville, and we have gone to different states. Nice Burris, who is with Ace of Hearts, is still doing that. But yeah, we've got a number of talent. And as a matter of fact, I think next month they're going up to New York again. So the winners usually go up. And I think we've got like a 90% success rate, meaning that they get to jump the line, get to have the automatic audition, and we have a tremendous amount that actually hit the stage and do well. There was a young lady, Tara Lynn, that got to perform at the stage, I think 4 or 5 times, and she was the winner from last year. So we've had a number of people that have had tremendous success and all along those lines. So yeah, it's still going on. Still is a tremendous success. I'm waiting to hear the next one. There might be one, hopefully nearby, because it started in Durham and then traveled around the state. But there's some talk about there being one in Raleigh at one of the converted churches over there. I forgot the name of it, but it's right in the downtown area, and it's a big white church. I think it's King is coming to mind or something like that. But it's a center that's in the downtown area that we're talking to, and that might be a location for Raleigh eventually. But I think we've been to Burlington, Reedsville, Roxborough, a number of small towns and big towns. So I know that Captain still wants to get to Charlotte. He still wants to get to Wilmington. There's a couple of big cities and Greensboro that he still is hoping to get to. But yeah, it's going on, and it's now going on past 10 years. I think this will be the 11th year, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's gone on for a number of years, and it's had some success in the sense that some people have gone on and recorded albums and have recorded and got a chance to perform in front of other acts and have definitely been up to the Big Apple. So it's been a success in that way. And of course, I MC it every year along with Captain, so get to do the little interview with the contestants and get to learn about them. So that's always fun.
Cool. I can't see your pretty face.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And we have that one rule, the same rule that apparently the Apollo instituted, which is that you can boo all day long, just like you can at the real Apollo, but that's only for adult contestants. The Apollo instituted partially because something you talk about all the time, which is that we want to encourage our kids and not discourage them. So we do not allow the kids to be booed and everything along those lines. So while we have a Sandman, and we have the whole thing where you get drummed off and the Sandman comes to get you, that it's only coming to get adults, because either me or Captain, and sometimes both of us, will come out and chastise you if you try to boo the kids off. So they established that rule, and we have followed that same rule now.
Well, that's true. Well, we get ready to get out of here. We had a great show today. It was a little shorter than normal, although we normally had started an hour. Now we're doing an hour and a half. We got an anniversary, 4 years coming up, right?
Yep, 4 years is coming up. It's been a wild run. We've been doing this for a minute and everything. So
it's 2020, man. I can't believe it. It's been 4. You know, shout out to everybody that's hung in there with us. I know you guys will go back and rewatch this, whatever. I know today's a busy day for everybody.
By the way, speaking of which, you got a thumbs up. I don't know if you noticed that, but I don't know if you got a chance to thank them. But Curtis P. Wilcox gave you a thumbs up. So Curtis P. Wilcox was watching on today and gave us a thumbs
I did see it. No, I didn't see it. Oh, did it come through up top? Oh, yeah, I see that. That's Curtis. What's up, Curtis? Love you, bro. Thank you so much, man. You the man, and you the man, of course. But yeah. So, Curtis, we got to get you back on the show, bro. I know. Don't worry. That other thing, don't sweat that, bro. We got that covered. We'll keep that down on the DL for now until we get more time to talk about that thing. And what it is we all know about that next level of intelligence that's already here. I'll just put it that way. And that has been here, and that some of us are a deep part of. So we're just trying to lift everybody up. Again, man, today was one of them days, man. It was bittersweet. It was somber. We light a candle for my guy, Dr. G. He's going to rest right now. Dr. G, we love you, man. Mark, can you put his picture up again one time? We're going to end the show with this. I think this is important. I think it's appropriate, But Dr. G, Chocolate City Alliance, friends of Boosie Collins from Ohio. He basically was a huge inspiration in my life when I first got on Facebook and was looking for events. At the time, I hadn't, reconnected with Tony or Jackie from another life, and Donna Sneed and Linda Scheider and, the Clones of Funk. I knew they was playing up there. Dawn did the first one, and Boosie and Patty was there. So, these things are important. We're all doing what we can in our own little way. We're all needed, but nobody's necessary, as Boosie would say, but we're all needed. We need each other. We need each other in ways that you might not know. You smile at a person during the day, you may touch their soul. You reach out to somebody on Facebook at some point that's like struggling, whatever, you may touch their soul. You may be the very spark that somebody doesn't feel like they're thrown away. And that's going to be a big topic of mine going forward this year, is that we're not throwing people away. I'm determined to do everything I can in my own individual way to not throw people away, to not just disregard people because they got faults, defects, shortcomings, like arthritis, rheumatism, or migraines, whatever part of your body it is, lay it on the radio, because funk got the cure. Dr. G, here's our guy right here, Dr. G. We love you, Dr. G.
Yeah.
George Darden, a.k.a. Dr. G, is an accomplished promoter and DJ, originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, who currently resides in Columbia, Maryland. George received his BA in Communications from Howard. Shout out to H-Town University, and a Master's in Project Management from George Washington University. Dr. G, known as George Man at WHUR-FM in DC in the 70s, is retired Verizon project manager. He's also the co-founder of Chocolate City Alliance, an organization dedicated to the preservation of P-Funk. In 2016, Chocolate City Alliance created the annual Funketeers Ball as part of the official opening of the Museum of African American History and Culture. So you see, it was all connected, right? The museum, the mothership, Dr. G, this man right here, we must keep his name alive. So Dr. G, in honor of you, we're going to end this show with United We Stand, Mark. And we are just grateful. Here we are, 8, Funketeers Ball 8, so 2024, and we're going to do everything we can to keep your memory alive and to keep you alive. You fly on, brother. It's been a great show today, man.
Yep.
Curveballs don't matter. Sliders, it don't matter. We're going to hit it out the park every time.
Yeah. No doubt about that. And like you said, got to honor those that have passed on. And Dr. G has now gone into the ancestral lands. But as I oftentimes say, those ancestors are just angels that will now be watching over Zach, myself, and others as well. So definitely bringing that spirit of that ancestral energy to keep us while we're on, as you like to say, this journey here on this particular planet until we all make that transition. But Dr. G, you are definitely doing some amazing work, and I know that you will be remembered by many and honored by many as well. So my condolences go out to the family, but I know that your legacy lives on.
Man. Yeah. We're gonna, United We Stand, Mark. Do we got that up and running?
Yeah, United We Stand. I can get United We Stand up and everything. Hold on one second.
Man, let's end with that because I think that's apropos. Dr. G hit me when I did that song, and he said, "Yeah, man, that's nice." He said, "Keep that up." He liked that. So
he was a big fan of United We Stand.
Yes, he was.
We're gonna find United We Stand and get this thing rolling and everything. So we got it in the kitty. I just gotta find it, but that's all right. We're gonna make it.
You got it. I got it. If you don't have it, I got it.
I mean, it's in here.
I got it.
Hey, yo, man, what time is it? You know what time it is, man. 2 a.m. Yeah, man. Man, you know what? What's up? It's 8:46, bro. Wow, that's deep. Yeah, you know what time that is. Yeah, man. Nappy head, yo. Funk Army, what's up? Stand up. Get it live, y'all. Yo, go drop that beat. You know what we gotta do. Yeah, man. We bringing this funk just for you. Repeat after me. Say, you don't have to be the best, just gotta outlast the rest. You don't have to be the best, you don't, just gotta outlast the rest. You don't have to be the best, just gotta outlast the rest. You don't have to be the best, just gotta outlast the rest. United we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever beat against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. I'ma say that again for you. United we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever beat against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. Here we go, y'all. Now let me tell you a little story about United We Stand. It says we're gonna funk across this funkless land. We gon' stand up and let our voices be heard. We ain't gonna let nobody stop us from spreading the spiritual word. The ruthless corporate greedy don't give a damn about the needy. We need everybody in the house to join us on this one, alright? Y'all say, united we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever beat against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. Are y'all out there? You feeling it? United we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever beat against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. Yeah. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. United we stand, divided we fall. Funkin' with the poor people most of all, as they poison our mind with food control. Third eye is wise, sacrifice. Wake up and see what they doing to you and me. Keeping a separate product of Illuminati, like the jail cell did my boss John Gotti. Dirty politics and high-priced prostitution reside in all the important positions. Just look around at the injustice in the world. Some forced to live in a deplorable condition. Watch us, watch what we do. This rap is coming up just for you. So sit back, relax, check out our phone calls. The nappy hip-hop army always bumping in your drum. Twitter, tweet, TikTok. The ruthless corporate greedies don't give a damn about the needies. A movement, genocide and homicide is happening all around the world. Promise me this, promise me that, when all the fat cats stabbing us in the back. Man, get off my back, bro. Killing me. Let me see you wave your hand. We all wanna take the stand. Rise up against the corporate man. Let me head all across this land. Oh yeah. Nothing but this new type funk 2022. Let me see you wave your hands. We all wanna take the stand. Rise up against the corporate man. Let me head all across this land. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. United we stand, divided we fall. One more time. Should our backs ever beat against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. United we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever beat against the wall, we'll be
Peace.